I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Weighed 63 kilograms, stood 5 feet 7 inches tall, and had a punch as powerful as the heavyweight champion, the great Muhammad Ali. He could break a wooden board with a punch from just an inch away. He was a magician for his fans. Despite acting in only 4 films, every action hero in the world's film industry wanted to be like him. Many of today's top action heroes were once extras in his films. He lived only 32 years, but fulfilled all his dreams in his prime before suddenly passing away. There are hardly any people in the world who do not know Bruce Lee. His story is one of relentless hard work and dedication. His punching bag was heavier than those used by heavyweight boxers. Perhaps that is why, despite weighing much less than Muhammad Ali, his punches were as powerful as Ali's. Bruce Lee could do push-ups using just one thumb and one finger. He was a martial arts master and a street fighter from Hong Kong, but he had written on a piece of paper that he would become a Hollywood superstar. He wanted to be a performer with the highest level of skills, and his desires were shaped by his upbringing. His father was an actor who had moved to San Francisco to pursue acting but couldn't achieve much beyond being a stage actor. Bruce Lee was born in 1940, and just 3 months later, his parents returned to Hong Kong. However, they couldn't achieve much fame there either. As a child, Bruce often accompanied his father to film sets, which led him to act in a movie at just 6 years old. By the age of 18, he had acted in nearly 20 Chinese films. Besides acting, he was also passionate about dancing. He participated in and won the Hong Kong Cha-Cha Championship. However, Bruce Lee's father was worried about his son. Hong Kong at the time was not as developed as today, and the city was recovering from the devastation of World War II. Unemployment was high, and gang fights were common. Martial arts was not just a popular sport, but also a necessity for survival. Bruce Lee, being a part of this society, often got into street fights. His father, worried about his safety, decided to send him to a martial arts master named Ip Man. Bruce Lee trained under Ip Man and learned the fine techniques of martial arts. However, he continued getting into street fights, and once, the police even warned his father that if Bruce got into another fight, he would be arrested. Concerned, his father decided to send him away from this violent environment and sent him to live with a relative in Washington, USA. In the US, Bruce Lee enrolled in a university while working at a hotel. However, he soon gained attention, not for his studies, but for his martial arts skills. Many people wanted to learn Kung Fu from him, so he turned this demand into a business. During this time, he met a girl named Linda, and they fell in love. Despite opposition from both their families, since Linda was American and Bruce was Chinese, they got married through a court marriage. Bruce Lee faced backlash from the Chinese community, not because of his marriage, but because he started teaching Kung Fu to non-Chinese people in Oakland, California. Many Chinese masters were against this, as they believed martial arts should remain a secret within their community. They challenged Bruce Lee to a fight, saying that if he lost, he would have to stop teaching. Bruce Lee accepted and defeated his opponent in just 3 minutes. However, instead of celebrating, he was disappointed. He believed the fight should have lasted only a few seconds. This realization pushed him to train even harder. Bruce Lee's training routine was extreme. He would throw 2,000 punches, run 10 kilometers, and cycle 24 kilometers daily. His dedication led to the development of his famous one-inch punch, which could knock a person several feet away, despite being delivered from just an inch away. Scientists still study how he generated such immense power in such a short distance. At the age of 24, Bruce Lee became a martial arts sensation. He introduced his own martial arts philosophy, Jeet Kune Do, combining elements of wrestling, fencing, boxing, and other fighting styles. Many martial arts champions trained under him. In 1965, Bruce Lee was invited for an audition by 20th Century Fox Studios. Though the project he auditioned for was delayed, he gained recognition in Hollywood. A year later, he got a sidekick role as Kato in the TV series The Green Hornet. However, two major problems arose. His speed was too fast for cameras. His movements were so quick that cameras couldn't capture them properly. To solve this, directors had to ask him to slow down his actions while filming. He refused to lose fights on screen. In one scene, he was supposed to lose a fight, but he refused, challenging the actor in real life. Eventually, the script was changed to make the fight a draw. Despite the Green Hornet getting cancelled after one season, Bruce Lee had gained valuable experience. However, Hollywood was not ready for an Asian lead actor, so he struggled to get main roles. Realizing this, he returned to Hong Kong, where he was already famous. He signed a contract with Golden Harvest and starred in The Big Boss, which became a massive success. It turned Bruce Lee into a superstar in Hong Kong, just like Michael Jackson in America. His next film, Fist of Fury, broke all previous records. Bruce Lee now had full control over his career. He wrote, directed, and starred in Way of the Dragon, which featured an iconic fight scene against Chuck Norris. This film made him an international star. Hollywood finally took notice, and Warner Bros. Offered him a lead role in Enter the Dragon. However, during filming, Bruce Lee faced real-life challenges. Many martial artists would challenge him on set, but he defeated them all. Despite tensions between the American and Chinese production teams, the film was completed with the help of Bruce's wife, Linda. Enter the Dragon was Bruce Lee's dream come true, but before its release, tragedy struck. On July 20th, 1973, while at the home of actress Betty Ting Pei, Bruce Lee complained of a headache. She gave him a regular painkiller, after which he went to rest. Hours later, he was found unresponsive. Doctors tried to revive him, but he had already passed away. He was only 32 years old. The news shocked the world. Many conspiracy theories emerged. Some said he was punished for revealing Chinese martial arts secrets. Others blamed the Chinese mafia. However, the official cause of death was a rare brain condition called cerebral edema, likely triggered by the painkiller. A month after his death, Enter the Dragon was released and became a massive hit, earning $90 million from a budget of just $850,000. Bruce Lee had revolutionized action cinema. His son, Brandon Lee, followed in his footsteps but tragically died at 28 during the filming of The Crow, when a real bullet was accidentally fired instead of a blank.
The son of late martial arts star Bruce Lee has died. 27-year-old Brandon Lee was killed during a movie set accident today. He was filming a scene for the movie The Crow when he was hit by a projectile fired from a gun loaded with blanks.
Bruce Lee's influence remains unmatched. His grave in Seattle is visited by thousands, and his legacy as a martial arts icon and action hero lives on.